Welcome to River City Plus, the show after the show, and I'm sitting here with Cedric Harris, author, clothing designer. You got a lot of hats you wear, but he's wearing a hat now, and we got the memo. We decided to wear the same outfit, so it's going to be a very plugged-in conversation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, so you wrote a book. It's called A Thin Line Between Love and Lust.
Yes, yes.
All right, so for those at home, it's like, where are we going? Is this going to be like one of those grays, 50 Shades of Grey? No, we're coming from a faith based part of the conversation. So, where did this idea come from? What kind of thoughts did you have? What prompted you to write this book?
Well, I went through a life experience situation, and through this life experience, I got in tune with my inner being and my spiritual being, and I believe this is what helped me to write this book.
Do you want to touch on that experience? Is it something we can get into? Can you give us like a like Cliff Notes? We don't have to get deep into it, but I mean, what triggered you that you're like, I want to change my perspective when it comes to relationships?
Well, I was going through some things in life, and I just was not doing the right thing, so I had to change my ways, my life. Um, I was in the streets and things like that, but I found my spiritual being, and I started just doing things the right way. So this is what led me to write the book.
So you decided to turn over a new leaf, and this is your way to tell people about your experience and offer up some insight. Maybe they're gonna go like, you know what? Maybe I'll do some things differently.
Yeah, the book is I've been through completed a lot of courses on relationships and marriages and self help programs and things like that, and just hearing testimonies from guys and people about how they don't got a divorce or their relationship ain't go well, and that was just knowledge that I used to write this book.
What kind of insights did you gain from the people that you were speaking with? Because, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, fellas, we're not always the most plugged in emotionally. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people that can relate.
Yeah.
And for now, we're getting to a stage where we're trying to be a little bit more vulnerable, a little more open in our conversations with our partners or just our fellas in general. So, are you offering up ways that you and I can have a conversation about relationships that's not going to be like just men grunting? We're like, okay, fella, let's get deep. We can cry on each other's shoulder, that kind of thing.
Yeah, because sometimes we can get closed up, and the communication, just there's a lot of different things that men we be tough with it in a relationship, but we gotta open up. We gotta be vulnerable. I mean, we gotta get on the women level. Sometimes we gotta not be so uptight.
So hard,
So
always
hard,
that
right?
hard shell.
Right.
So, what was something that you did not do in the past when it came to being open to people that you are doing now?
Well, I was really a person that was to myself, and I ain't communicate too good. So right now, I'm working on that. As y'all can see, I'm here live, and I'm communicating better in relationship, and I'm just being open and free.
When it comes to being open and free, are you finding that there are some blessings that you never realized before because you were so closed off?
Oh yeah, I don't got more opportunity, and don't met more people that's really good in my life by just being open and conversating with just different people in life. It's more opportunity for me. So I believe me opening up and things like that is a better way for me.
What about your family? Have they noticed the change? Because you said the book has been about 3 years in the making, and you
Right.
finally got it published.
Hmm.
So, as you've been walking this journey, have they made comments to you like, "I see that you're walking a little bit of a different path, and we we're always love, but we kind of appreciate where you're going, what you're striving to do, and then they're more open with you.
Oh yeah, way more, much better. It's much better now. I was even with my family, I was closed off, and now I'm being more open with them and in my relationships. And my relationships is better now because I couldn't stay in a relationship. You know,
There it is. Because
that's
my question was really about the, because we've heard the term, it's a thin line between love and hate. But then I thought about it after I saw your title, and I'm like, yeah, there is kind of that line where you're in this situation with somebody, and you spend a lot of quality time, maybe in an intimate setting, and things get blurred where you don't take into consideration the things that are outside of that intimate setting. So now you're more open to like, all right, we can do like dinner, have a date night, and it's not we're just rolling into whatever.
all right. Yeah, how I come up with this title because I know it's so many relationships that, oh, she look good, oh, he handsome, and just looking on the outer appearance, and that's how they getting in those relationships, and that's why they are not flourishing because they see what they see. They don't know what's in the inside of that person. So the last part is the relationship don't last just what you see. You got to know this person, and it got to be real true love, not just what the person has.
Oh, I agree. Now, how do you have any thoughts on how people can be more intentional with that? Like, all right, so once we've gotten together, I want this more than to just be a physical whatever. I want to get into a place where I am getting to know that inside. Like, how can we twist that from, all right, we met, whatever happened, and now I want to take it to the next level.
Yeah, but, I got in the book where don't just a date is you just going out on a date. You just going to have a good time. But courting is like you gonna go
Ooh.
out and y'all gonna learn about each other. Y'all gonna get in each other head, and y'all gonna see what fruit this person is bearing. Is it bad? Is it good? So courting is when you want to take it to another level. But I believe dating is just like a one night stand. But courting
Ooh.
is you plan on taking this thing up the ladder, climbing up with this person.
You know, there are a lot of ladies out here that just went, ooh, courting is like, if you're of a seasoned age, you know what that term means, but you know, you youngsters don't. But it's basically, like you said, an opportunity where you were really spending some time with each other.
Right, right.
We might go out today.
Yes.
We'll talk a few times throughout the week until we next time we meet. But it doesn't necessarily mean like, yeah, we go out for dinner and the night ends up the way it ends up.
Right.
So
That's
I
right.
like that. So it's about building a foundation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. About building a foundation, learning this person, getting in the head, what kind of fruit it is, and just learn, um, meeting a family and things like that. Not just going out and oh, it's over with. Oh, we did this that night. We had a one night stand and it's over with. It's just like building on a solid foundation on what you believe and putting your beliefs into this relationship and it's building a firm foundation to stand on so this relationship will last, it will flourish, it will be blessed, and it will be, shalom, nothing missing, nothing broken in the relationship. It'll be 100, 100, not 50-50. She bring her 100, you bring your 100, and everything gonna go smooth, roll smooth, and it's gonna be a happy ever after.
All right. So for our first, we're going to say date of our courting experience. So I come across a lady. I want to get to know her. What can you give me an idea of a first experience date that I can lay the foundation as we start trying to build this courtship?
Oh, I mean, don't just go to no little shabby little date. Spend a little money. Y'all make sure you just talk about like real things that a relationship should be talked about, and not just going and playing around and having a good time, but just getting to know this person and knowing them better, and knowing that you gonna take it to another level.
So my suggestion is do not go to a date night movie for the first date because you're not talking. Don't go to a club because it's going to be too loud to talk.
Yes.
You can maybe go somewhere and listen to some live music, but, keep it. But you're basically, your main point, conversate.
Conversation, that's key in every relationship. That communication, you got to have communication, because without the communication, it's going to fail every time.
So who should really come check out your book? Men, women, both?
I mean, the audience is for anybody who's in a relationship right now, who's in a marriage right now, but it seems like it's failing. I mean, it's got some very knowledgeable things in this book that you can learn and apply to your relationship, your marriage, and I believe you will really be blessed if you read this book right here.
All right. So Cedric, your book is called A Thin Line Between Love and Lust. Where can people find it?
They can find it on my website at Christian Faith Publishing. They can find it on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, and your surrounding bookstores.
All right. Support your locals, people. I'm going to learn a bit more about courting myself. So thanks for spending some time with us, man.
I thank you, sir.
Looking forward to see what the future endeavors bring.
Yes, sir. Y'all grab y'all copy now. Y'all be blessed, and may you enjoy the book. Thank you in advance.
Make some good choices, y'all. All right, so we'll be back with more River City Plus tomorrow. And, of course, 9:30 for more River City Live.
Yeah.